we are on the road to retirement. So the plan is to get us moving, get us through these busy months. To do that, we've got some part-time girls. We're looking for people to help us because Suzanne's sewing. I do like the fittings. And then we need people to help basically take over what Sydney did and just fill that space. So we need people to press, we need people to check the girls in, get them dressed, help them basically be like a stylist but for alterations. So make sure they're wearing their shoes.
Stylist.
Yeah.
I love that.
So make sure they're wearing their shoes, make sure they have bras or tape or all those things, and then it makes it easier for us to fit and then Suzanne to sew everything. And then we're also looking for a receptionist just to help us with the transition of having 2 stores in one. So we need somebody to help us with our appointments and check those girls in, answer phones, as well as help Sydney and make sure that they're all checked in and we're organized, because we're going to be all going crazy once this opens. Yeah, so we're still trying to find our groove with that, but that's the plan with the new girls that are going to be coming in, so give them some leeway because they're trying. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, we've hired 2 new girls already, and that's great because I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'm never going to find someone who can sew like me. So, and I like sewing just by myself now. It's great because as anybody who's ever worked with me knows how anal I am about everything. I am very anal about stuff like that. And you have to be because, you know, you're dealing with the most important dress a woman will ever wear in her whole life. And for me, it's so much fun because, like, you were talking about dressing the brides and everything. And, you know, my mom used to always make a joke about, you know, because, I mean, we weren't the richest of people growing up. So I didn't have a whole lot of toys. And my mom goes, oh, when my mom could really think. My mom has Alzheimer's. So, but when she came to my shop, when it was a bridal shop, and she goes, wow, she goes, every day you play with your life-size dolls. And I never looked at it that way, but that's really true.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we love to see the girls in their dresses, and we love to do everything that we can to make them look their best in their dresses. These 2 are bridal stylists, and it's so funny because they have such different selling styles. You know, like bossy over here. No, but never. You guys have never ever sold a girl a dress that wasn't.
Well, no, never.
Yeah, appropriate.
But we do care what we want them to find their dress.
Yeah, whatever they're the most happy in. But I mean, usually you can see that. Like, you know when a bride is happy and when she's not.
Yeah.
So we can see that in here, even in alterations.
Even in alterations, yes.
Like if they're not happy, we're like, okay, what's wrong?
Yeah.
What do we need to do?
What do we need to do?
Yeah. How can we fix it? Because she can do pretty much anything.
It's always funny because I'm always like, they'll ask me, well, can you, you know, add sleeves to my strapless dress? I'm like, oh, that's easy. Like I do it. I'm sure she just loves hearing me say that.
Easy peasy.
I say easy peasy all the time.
That's what you should call your bridal shop.
Easy peasy bridal.
Yeah, finding your dress is as easy as.
So it's always so funny about it.
No, but seriously, I mean, you know, that's what we do here. We, like, if you don't love your dress, we do everything we can to redesign it and make it your dress that you love. And sometimes it's just that little extra thing that you have to add, like a strap or a sleeve or different beading or whatever. I mean, seriously, guys, I'm 70 years old, so that's what I always tell my brides is, don't worry, I'm old and I can sew. Those are the 2 facts that.
It's the motto here.
Yeah. I'm old and I can sew. But basically, it's like that's what we're for as far as team members. Getting back to the team members thing, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for. I'm not looking for people who can sew. It's nice to have a rudimentary knowledge of sewing, so that you understand the process of what we do here. Someone walks in the door, we need a receptionist to check them in, receptionist to, take the charges for the alterations, book them their appointments. When you come in to Suzanne's Bridal, so that we can keep our schedule clear, we will book all of your appointments at once.
Yeah.
Like you come in for your first fitting, we determine what needs to be done to the dress. One of these two lovely women, well now it's going to be boss, that's fitting you. But come on, I do my share of fitting.
Yeah.
But basically, it's also, we'll tell you what everything costs. You can say yes or no. Then we will book all of your fittings. So that's how we keep our schedule clear. That's how we know what we can do, how many dresses we can do, because we know when we start and when we're going to finish with you. And we always like to require 12 weeks for the process. We can do the process in less time, but we do, because we have to now find a space for you in our really pretty busy schedule. That's why we have an associated rush charge. So if Suzanne has to work 3 days straight without sleeping, she gets compensated for it, basically. And I'm teasing about that, but it's no, actually, I'm not teasing about that at all.
We're not.
We wish we were laughing.
She is the only one that sews here. Sadly, we cannot sew. Very minimal skills. So.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Minimal skills.
Because you guys know from watching and working with me for so long, how to fit. You guys, and pretty much we have 10 minutes of conversation here, folks, because these girls know that in order to be productive, you have to do things in a certain order. And we never veer from that process, really. We very rarely veer from that process. So, so if somebody calls me up and say, oh, well, Sydney said this, and I'm going, it's not part of our process, so.
It's probably doesn't.
Okay.
I don't veer.
No. And it's because it's very unproductive to veer from that, really. It's just like, I worked in a workroom with tailors, and we had production specialists come in with stopwatches, and you'd be surprised how much the seconds that are wasted, or the minutes that are, well, seconds, first of all, become minutes become hours, and it's all about, that's how I can do the amount of work that I do in a day. People go, well, yeah, sure, you can't possibly do that much work in a day. Really? Come and watch me someday. Feel free, sit across. You have to be quiet, but you can sit across from me and watch what I do every day. And it's all because I compartmentalize what I do. I do every dress. I look at the dress, I look at the ticket, take the dress out of the thing, and I look at the dress, I look at the pins and everything, and I go, okay, I always start with prepping the hem, then I go to the bodice. I do everything on every dress. Every dress may be different, but I do every process of alterations the same way every time. That's why I'm fast. Because every dress presents its own set of variables. But everything, guys, goes together, comes apart and goes back together the same way. It doesn't matter. I mean, you have different things, different lace pieces, different whatever, but it's everything you ever learned in math class, guys. It's geometry, it's algebra, it's everything. But a dress comes apart and gets put back together the same way. We do it the same way here too. We fit, I prep, second fitting, we approve, third fitting, mark the bustle, third fitting, you have theoretically a finished product. When we get into redesign, it does create a few extra appointments, but and it doesn't matter, and then nothing is ever a final fitting. You have to be happy with what we do. So, but also realize that every time we do something, you have to come back and try it on. And that's sometimes people go, well, you said it'd be done in 3 fittings. Yeah, that was before you told me you needed something else done. So if something else has to be done, we're more than happy to do it for you. But this is a team effort, guys. We have a girl right now that we're doing a dress for her. Okay, everybody close your ears. We're doing a dress for her in 6 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot of crying involved. No, just kidding. But basically, sometimes we have to do that, okay? Because things come in late from the bridal shops that we serve, or especially with this girl, someone else did not do a good job with her dress, and so she started with a whole new dress, and you know, so basically, it's like the mom goes, I don't care. Anytime.
Any day.
Any day, anytime.
We will be here.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the same thing for you too. Anytime, any day, I'll be here for you. But it's a cooperative thing, you know? I mean, cause I've been here, trust me, I've been here at 11 o'clock at night for a bride. I've been here at 6 o'clock in the morning for a bride. You know, we have our hours and we don't like to veer from them because we do have families and lives, but that's the kind of service that